Hello, Taurus. I am Ulrich. I'm a normal card reader, but today we will use a financial deck for your card reading. These cards are more how you can save money if you have certain behaviors in your life, how to adjust them, how to save money, and how to progress in your life. That is what this reading is about. Sometimes also, if we have certain bad habits, how to make the adjustments towards that. Anyway, Taurus, here I go for your financial card reading for the month of April. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your financial card reading, philosophical financial card reading for the month of April. As your first card here, we see the card of financial education. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells you that probably some adjustments need in your financial life. Maybe we need to educate ourselves more financially, or we need to be careful in the way we spend money, but especially this applies on our children. This card asks you if you ever communicate or talk to your children about financial matters. Do they know how to handle cash management, cash flow? This is what we are seeing here, probably also in the area where you live. The money don't fall from the trees, and sometimes we need to educate our children or make our children more wiser in the area of money matters. You can actually see this in a very simple way. For instance, you're in the mall with your children and they come up to you with some kind of toy or something that they want, and you tell them, it's not the right time now, we cannot, it's financially not possible. And then you get an answer and they tell you, your children tell you, but of course you can, your wallet is full of credit cards. So this is actually what this card is about. It means there is some issues here. They live in a kind of utopian world, and we need to adjust here the way they think. We need to learn them. If we don't adjust certain behaviors and we don't teach them, it's impossible that they turn them into knowledgeable consumers in this hyper consuming society that we are living in. So this card tells you, talk to your children about money. If there are certain taboos, inform them about, make them aware of healthy practices related to money. By teaching them the workings, you will give them a good foundation who will greatly help them for the rest of their life. The next card is about superstitious buying. What does this card tells you? Well, this card asks you, probably we have been making some purchases that we could have been avoiding. And this card tells you, did you make certain purchases that money has gone up in smoke without actually generating its values? So here we are asked to take a few minutes of our time to assess our expenses from the last weeks. So here, this card tells you to outbid your bills, credit cards, debit card statements. This is what we are seeing here. And of course, also the things you paid for cash. You try to remember them. Maybe you have certain invoices still there. And if you calculate the sum of all these incidental costs, what would you have been able to avoid if you see there the invoices in front of you? What could you have offered yourself with the same money that was really essential for you? Like the majority of the people, you are probably spending a lot more on frivolous purchases than you think. And maybe in the current economic times, this is not the wise thing to do. By limiting these extras, you can accumulate attractive amounts for repayments, maybe of certain debts that you have, or maybe for investments for your retirement, or maybe for your children here for their education. If you have this card here, it gives you the opportunity to think about superstitious, unnecessary things that we buy and change those habits in your life. If you do so, you will take an important step forward towards a healthy financial situation. The last card that we are seeing here is the card of evolution. What does this card tell us? Well, this card tells us that progress is part of life. We evolve over the years. If we think about 2018 and we are thinking where we are now, we know that in 4 years, the whole world has turned upside down, and nobody could have imagined that we are in the current situation or this would ever happen. This is a simple example in 4 years, but this is also applying on your financial conditions. Like for instance, 20 years ago, we would find that, or you would have found it unusual to pay large amounts of money for certain services, as there is the internet. There are several things here that changed in our life, and therefore we must eliminate what was essential in the past, which is today no longer important. For instance, if you receive no longer any calls at home, what is the purpose of your landline? So you should consider, if you don't use this number, to cancel it. For instance, if you no longer watch broadcasts on your regular TV channels and you catch yourself always watching TV on the internet, ask yourself, what is the relevance of maintaining subscriptions to the TV channels? Also with your newspaper, if you are subscribed to a newspaper, magazines here, and you still go for the paper version and there is an online version, maybe you can save some money. Mostly the online versions are 40–50% cheaper, so stop these expenses if you can. So review all your monthly payments, ask yourself about their necessities, and if you do so, you will save a lot of money. We need to adjust sometimes to the current times. So Taurus, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this short financial philosophical card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, there are also other card readings that we do, but mostly these card readings are very correct and to the point. Anyway, Taurus, you can also check the classic Lenormand card readings that you find on my channel. And of course, we have also the spiritual card readings, who are very good guides for making adjustments in your life. Anyway, Taurus, thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye-bye for now.